Alright, now time to go talk to his uncle and get this part of the story over with. I'll put you to the side. And now you're just at the start of the first game.
I don't even know what suit I'm wearing.
It'd be funny if it was the Amazing One suit, because that's what I've got Peter in right now in my game.
Location Fisk Tower.
We'll have to wait and see.
Fisk.
I do love surprises. Unplayable remastered.
You? Because you've got that new face.
Every time when I look at this face now, I'm like, yep, that's my Peter.
I agree with what people have been like saying. Like, I'm not really a fan of like Miles' like new haircut that much anymore.
The thing about Peter is he doesn't pay his bills. Oh wait, I'm wearing the dark suit. Holy shit! Yo, Black Hat, where you at? Oh, it feels so good to play this again. Dang, I forgot how like beautiful the Bastion was.
Yeah, because they updated to where it actually looks like early morning.
Man, how is it that I haven't played the first game in so long and I still remember how to play?
Did you take him down yet?
No, we're at
Well, because you can't really forget how to play the Spider-Man games.
Mind if I join in on the fun?
Oh.
You know how his lawyers are. This one needs to go by the book.
Come on, Yuri. I've been waiting 8 years for this.
And yeah, the first game, the web slinging is a little slow, but like, since I'm playing it now, it doesn't really like feel that slow.
It doesn't really bother you that much. Like, really, like, it's slow, but it doesn't really bother you. Yeah.
Like, I thought it was gonna
Because you just
feel
get
like...
used to it again.
Because I thought it was gonna feel weird and all that, but nah, it doesn't even bother me.
Oh yeah, I think I got it. I haven't done this in a good minute. I think I gotta scan it first, right?
Because you said it would be crazy if I wore the TASM suit. I'll wear it. Ah.
Hello?
Parker?
I just didn't say you had to wear it, but I
Must
said
run
it'd be
the
funny
demonstration at
and
least
crazy.
once before the grant committee arrives.
I thought I'm right here, like I'm in the area, and it's not letting me scan it. That's
I'll
rude.
be in soon. Promise. Better wrap
Oh
this
yeah,
up quick, then get to
about
my
the
real
Miles' hair thing. Yeah, I agree with you. I do not like that hair anymore.
Because I remember at first I thought it was like fresh, like they're giving him a new haircut, this could work, but the more I see it, I'm just not really like into it.
Someone was saying it would be cool if in the third game they went back to like his hairstyle he had in like his old game, which I agree with. I want that hairstyle to come back.
We need more backup! 1032, Times Square, officers under fire!
I think this is glitched.
Bring in the hammer.
I gotta remember this game still has some like glitches, so.
Because I don't know why after Black Panther, all these like movies, games, and all that, they just had an addiction with giving every character like that same haircut that Killmonger had. Like just because it looked good on him doesn't mean you have to keep adding it. Like you could just have like plaid hair, like the plaid hair that a lot of people wear in real life. Just give them that hairstyle. Like I feel like that hairstyle doesn't really get appreciated enough. That's one of like the underrated hairstyles.
Who's ready for their hot, fresh cup of bodily harm?
Don't teach me how to play. I maybe played the first game, but that doesn't mean it's not to freaking save us a freaking second game.
Gotta warn you, I'm feeling punchy today. Oh, missed me. Next customer.
Oh yeah, I gotta be standing in a specific spot for this to work. There you go.
Sit down.
This doesn't look good.
Man, we don't need Bowers to help us with all of this. We work alone.
Somebody just shoot him!
Fisk has a lot of guys on his payroll.
This may be like stupid to say too, but I kind of feel like I agree with what other people have been saying too lately, where like the game's like franchise started with Peter, but now everyone feels like they're just switching it over to Miles all the time. Like I thought about
because
that
like
more.
so many people are saying like they feel like Insomniac is just trying to make Miles a new Spider-Man. But they're just focusing on him now.
And I'm not saying like they can't, and I'm not saying they can't like have focus on Miles, but they need to remember like the franchise started with Peter. That's what it
Yeah, and that
started
doesn't make
with.
any sense. How are you gonna like how are you gonna give Peter his first game, and then literally in the second game, like you have two Spider-Man, but now you're just gonna put the focus on this newer Spider-Man? Like if it started with Peter, keep like doing it with Peter. Why are you just gonna focus the attention on
The
Miles?
people, the
Okay, Yuri,
person
all
brought
done.
up like a good
What's
point.
happening?
It wasn't just like a problem with like Spider-Man 2. They brought up like a good
Yuri!
point, even though
Yuri!
Miles was a good like game, a good spin-off game. They brought up a point saying like they could have continued Peter's story, but they decided, oh, let's just have them go to like Symkaria with Mary Jane, and then we can put our focus on Miles.
Yeah, to me, it's like the more I'm thinking about it, you literally could have Miles could have had his own game, but like Peter could have still been in it. Just because like
Yeah,
Miles
that's
has
what
his
I
own
was
game.
saying.
Yeah, just because Miles has an old game doesn't mean you literally have to keep Peter out of it. That doesn't even make sense.
Because people brought that up as like an issue now, and I kind of agreed with it. Like as soon as they did that in Miles' game, and then carried it over into Spider-Man 2, you can like realize they're just wanting a lot of the focus to be on Miles. Like even though it's Peter's story, they're pushing like a lot with Miles.
And
now.
literally the only reason why they did that with Peter was to like show that Miles could be like his own Spider-Man. He could do stuff on his own, but if you want to show that, you can still have Peter in it. Peter doesn't have to go anywhere. Like that doesn't even make sense.
I agree with
Hey,
that.
where you going?
Like
'Cause I feel
literally,
like
there
they're
could be
just
like a
going
game.
forward
There could be
gonna
like a
be
game
more like
like
Miles.
Miles could have like his own game where Peter and him are working together, and then Miles does stuff, and then Peter's like, "Oh my God, Miles, I didn't know you could do all of this," and then he literally does like the most insane thing, and then
Sorry
Peter's
to
like,
break it to
"Oh, I
you,
guess you
but
can
do
do
not
things on
got
your
this,
own."
buddy.
Like they can literally just do something like that. I don't know why they just couldn't just do that.
Oh, thanks for the confidence,
Are they, if
those
they
guys.
wanted to like put a lot of the focus on Miles, what they should have done is had, like me and other people have said, they should have had more of those training simulation things that Peter left around the city from the
Or they could have
Miles
just
game.
added more of that, because it still doesn't make any sense to me how literally in the second game he's pretty much already experienced. Like what the heck?
Yeah, that's what I mean, like, cause it doesn't make sense. He's getting, like, experienced and clearly more powerful, but they don't show, like, how he trained to get to that point, how he got better.
Like, so you mean to tell me with how much time passed after Miles' game, you just somehow learned to be, like, this cool? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, dude, with how long Miles took, I'm pretty sure if I was in Miles' shoes, I wouldn't be this good at being Spider-Man. That's all I'm saying.
Also, I'll say it again, and I'll even keep bringing up if I have to. The reason Spider-Verse Miles is way better is because he doesn't just get powerful right away. They show how he gets there, how he like
And the funny
trained to
thing
get
is,
there to that
and you
point.
want to know what's funny? Literally in the second game, he's still struggling. I mean, not second game, second movie. He's still struggling.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like he's struggling, but they also take time to show how he's improving too.
And then in this game, I'll say it again. In both games, he's not really struggling. He doesn't struggle at all. Like I'll say,
Because each game,
I'll say in the first game he was struggling because he kept getting his freaking butt whooped. But in the second game, he wasn't struggling at all.
Gotta take those shooters out.
yeah, and I'll say too, like they don't ever show him like. They show him improve, like basically get stronger, but they don't ever show him like how he earned that spot, like how he got to that point. Because he kind of just gets new powers and stuff, and then you're just supposed to be like, oh cool, he has new powers, he's getting stronger, but the game doesn't show how he earned those powers.
come on.
And that's why I'll say it again. I wish Miles had
Take
like
us
some
there.
tragic stuff with him, just like how Peter got. Like I wish someone died around him, or like a civilian, a family member, or whatever. But none of that happened.
Yeah, it's like all too safe.
Spider-Man, status.
Heading to the upper floors. And hoping nobody turns
Like,
on
don't
the
you think it
elevator.
would be cool if, like,
Choppers are
that
taking
moment
fire.
where, like,
Looks like
he's,
Fisk
like,
has
staring
orders
at
on
Lee,
every floor.
that freaking Blade is, like,
desperate.
going crazy, and
And
then,
he's
like,
hitting us with everything
one
he's got.
civilian died,
Find him
and Peter
and
could have,
this.
like, saved him in time?
Not yet.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, or
Trevor,
like,
they're wiping
or
all
another
their
example
data
I'll
servers.
use, like that
We
you've
need
heard
that
me
evidence
use
if we
before,
wanna put
is
him away
like,
for good.
imagine Finn
Okay,
didn't
server
die
room it
at
is.
the end of like the Miles game, and then she returned
Call
during
from
this
Hank.
game, and
Better
then
answer.
they could show like Miles
hi,
is
Ant-Man.
trying to still
What is all that
cope with
noise?
that, like how to
Watching
improve
that
with that, because he wants to
What's up?
be
just
like
wanted to
Finn
make sure
again,
we're
not
still on
romantically, but he
schedule.
wants to like
Totally.
Finn to help them,
Listen,
but then
I
he's
gotta
at
go.
like odds with it, like should I trust this person or should
Wait,
I not?
wait, so you're saying, like, it would be cool if, like, Finn didn't die, and, like, she survived and she was in the second game, but Miles didn't trust her?
Yeah, like I think they could have done something with that, and then she could have also played into the Martin Lee plot. Like they could have still left Martin Lee in the game, but it would have added another layer, like another struggle that Miles had to go through. Because we both said Miles didn't really struggle or suffer enough.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because then what if he had to deal with the Martin Lee thing, like wanting revenge on him, but then he also had to deal with, should I trust Finn or not? Like,
Yeah, I like that.
because I feel like Miles didn't, like, again, he didn't suffer enough, like, he didn't go through as many trials as Peter did in this game.
Okay, hold on, I need it.
Like, they kind of just play it safe with Miles, like we've talked about.
Yeah, and that's one thing people are just really annoyed and tired of.
Because you don't have to play it safe with them. The Spider-Verse movies have proven you can still take, like, risks.
If I go in
Like,
this
that's
way, they'll
crazy
destroy all
because
the evidence.
how are the Spider-Verse movies, they're kids movies, but they're, like, more mature.
I should look for a sneaky way in.
They're, like, for adults and kids, yeah.
Man, they're just, like, more
There we
mature.
go.
Like, what the heck?
Plus, you literally, you
It's like
think
my own private
like,
vengeance.
across the Spider-Verse, you think it's gonna be, like, pretty
Maybe a
safe
dirty
again, but then when you
criminal.
get to,
Yes,
like,
remarkably
the
clean.
second half of the movie, and then you find out, like, what the Spot's plan is, like, I'm gonna take away everything, like, you took away everything from
So
me,
cute
you're
when
like,
they're oblivious.
oh shit, this is getting serious, like, it's getting deep.
Yeah. And then literally, like, the dopest scene where, like, he literally comes out of the portal at, like, the final scene of the movie, that shot was
Is this
cool.
tech support? I forgot my password.
Spider-Man!
And then you even see, like, they prove a point that, like, what Miles said, like, why can't you do both? Like, why can't you be Spider-Man but also save the people that you care about? Like,
I thought the IT guys in my last
No. He said, like, why can't you do both? Like, why can't I save like everyone, including like my dad?
that's what I'm saying, like, because they're telling him, like, if you're Spider-Man, you can only save one person, but then Miles proves a point saying, why can't you save everyone? Why can't you just save each person?
Yeah.
And I feel like that, saying that had more to say than,
Just
like,
how good
anything
their
we got in
security is.
Spider-Man 2 with Miles.
You guys forgot the latest kernel
Because like what you said like a long time ago, you were saying like the whole moral of
Says
like
the
the
guy
game
frantically erasing
from
his
your
search
perspective
history.
is Miles is basically moving on, and he's doing something that Peter couldn't do, which is forgive
True,
the
but
villains.
that's part of my charm,
And like yeah, you were saying I feel like that's what they were trying to do, but I don't think they were trying to do that. And if they were doing that, they did a bad take on it.
Or they did do it, they just didn't show us enough.
Yeah. And then
I feel like
another
that was
scene.
the problem, they don't show us, like, enough in this game.
And then another scene that really like aggravates me and annoys me, which I think a lot of people can agree with, is like that part when Peter gets like a new suit, and then right after he's done like fighting the symbiotes, he says maybe MJ was right. Why would the city be what it has you? When have you guys ever talked about that? Because that legit comes out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
like if they wanted,
Almost sad to see
like
it
if they
end.
wanted to show Peter thinks Miles is a better Spider-Man, they could have
Get ready
showed
for the
that
main
more
event.
frequently throughout the game.
Like
how
that's
about you
another
show
that's
part-
another like reason, that's another example that the game was rushed, because they never said anything like that. That literally comes completely out of nowhere.
Or like I was saying, was they could have actually showed it earlier on in the game, like there could have been a part where Peter was on a mission and then he's struggling, like he doesn't know what he needs to do, but then Miles shows up and shit proves to him, like, Peter, you can do this, or Pete, you should follow this, like, but they don't have anything like that.
Yuri, an explosion just...
I saw it.
Like, if they
This could
wanted
have
us
the
to
whole
really
place
think
wired.
Miles was
I'm spinning
gonna
in a
be
bomb
better
damage.
and, like, protect the
no one
city
gets in
better,
their
show
way.
us. Like, give us an example.
Him, or the boss will kill us.
I'm just so dumb. Like again, I'm not gonna blame like one company like freaking Sweet Baby. I'm blaming both. I'm blaming Insomniac and Sweet Baby. I'm not
Yeah, it was
blaming one
both,
over the other.
yeah.
Playing yet?
I'm blaming both.
And then it was Sony for rushing them.
Yeah, Sony. And I'm blaming 3 people for this. Not even one.
I think that's all.
Yeah, Sweet Baby, Insomniac, and Sony.
Yeah, because Sony for rushing them, Sweet Baby for even being with them, and Insomniac for just being cocky.
Hey guys, I
Yep.
guess bombs are part of Willie's getaway plan?
As much as we, like, respect Insomniac for those first 2 games, they just
You go after
got,
them.
like, way too
We'll look for
cocky
the
in
bomb.
this game.
Oh wait, and since we're talking about Sweet Baby, I'm gonna say this in both of our streams since I feel like nobody knows about it. Like, apparently everyone that's watching the stream, apparently our friend, Jace, no, was it Jace or someone else? Yeah, I think it was Jace.
I
Jace
thought it was
said,
Old
like,
Spidey.
yeah, it was Old Spidey. Yeah, oh, Old Spidey said to us yesterday, he said Sweet Baby, like, literally, like, said, like, they like women that, makes fun of, like, the men, is that what he said?
When you're free, get out fast.
That was actually me, that's what I said, that I found
Yeah.
out that somebody that works for Sweet Baby, they, like, just see men suffer.
Yeah. They, like, apparently, the whole company is Sweet Baby, they just like seeing men suffer and, like, get annoyed. And, like, that really takes me off because they literally just flat out say, no, they literally just basically say that they made, Kill the Justice League just to annoy the fans because they know that people would be annoyed by
Okay,
it.
Willie, coming your way.
That's so freaking stupid.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, because that was another
How we
thing
doing,
that I
Captain?
found out that I
Could
might
be
as well
better.
mention,
Our
like,
choppers took a beating,
in
and
the
we just had to
stream. I'll
ground that
pause
last
the
one.
game for a
If
minute,
Fisk
but
calls in a chopper,
I
we have
found
no one
out
to
that
stop it from
their
landing.
script for,
And no
like,
one to
Kill the
chase it if he
Justice
flies
League
away.
was done in, like,
Why do I get the
2019.
feeling
It
that's
was
what he was
done all
planning
by,
all
like,
along?
Sweet
Because he
Baby,
probably
and then
was.
we just had to basically wait because Rocksteady probably had a different version of the script, but then
We're trying.
Sweet Baby came in like 2019 and basically
And then
changed
they changed
it.
it. So you're
And then
telling
that's
me
what-
that the
why,
game
like-
was already done, like, it was done, like, early, but then they decided to change things up?
Yeah, because Rocksteady, I guess, for some, I'm not gonna just directly blame Rocksteady, but they wanted to, like, work with Sweet Baby, and then I'm assuming when Sweet Baby came in, they made changes to the
But
script.
that doesn't even make
And
sense.
that's-
Why would you work for, like, another company when your game was legit already done?
Because that's what happened, I think, with, like, Spider-Man 2 also, like, where a part of the game, like, a draft of the game could have been done already, but then these companies think, like, getting help from other big companies at the time, they think that's a good idea, but then, like, it ends up changing their product.
But I don't know, like, if I was them, I don't know why I would need help making a game that was legit already done.
Because I feel like these companies think, like, since Sweet Baby is starting to, like, rise to prominence and starting to be, like, well known, they think if we work with these guys, it can improve our sequels, improve our games.
But like, the thing is, I'll say this in the stream because I know I said this yesterday. The thing that doesn't make any sense to me is, if they know what this company is, like, why would they work with them? Because if I know Sweet Baby are the type of people to, like literally, like, making fun of men and all that, I wouldn't work with them.
But maybe they didn't know that at the time, like, maybe they didn't know it until later on.
Yeah. If they work with them again in the third game, I am not picking that up.
That's where I would draw the line, or even if
Yeah, I was
they
gonna say,
work
I'm
on
having
the
you agree
Venom
with me, I'm
game.
not picking that up.
I was also throwing in, even if we find out they work on the Venom game, we're not getting that
I'm
either.
not getting that either. Because you know they're
We
gonna
also
do
gotta
Venom
mention the
30.
Venom game. Or imagine Sweet Baby works on Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, that's
all
another reason.
We were just about to call for backup.
I think I'm it.
Lead the way. We'll be right behind you.
Like watch, we get like
Heads up, boss.
we get the more Reed game, and legit, like, we're playing like the story and everything, and there's just gonna be parts where, and like, there's gonna be a lot of the parts where freaking Wolverine gets his butt whooped. We're gonna be like, what the frick? What am I playing?
Or there's
Said
gonna be a
Wolverine.
part near the end of the game where Wolverine's talking to, like, what's her name? I'm trying to remember. Wolverine's talking to the other, like, female character that's in the game, and then he tells her, like, why would the city need me when they have you?
Like, there's just gonna be so many scenes where he gets his butt whooped. I'm like, yo, just say about Wolverine. Why is he getting his butt whooped so much? Hashtag not my Wolverine. Dude, no. There's gonna be like a scene where it looks at Jean Grey. He's gonna be like, man, why would everybody need me?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. They'll just be talking to her. They'll be sitting like on a roof or something, and then we'll hear Logan going like, "Why would the city need me?"
And we're done as you.
Like, what the heck? I'm the best there is at what I do, but you know what? You can be even better than me. Like, what the what? You know what? Yeah, that's what I just need to draw the line of superhero games.
Hey Yuri, looks like some of your guys were on Fisk's payroll.
That is hilarious.
Good news is they were Willie's last line of defense. I'm right outside his office.
Take him down now.
With pleasure.
Man, guess what? I'm about to take on the big white dude himself.
Yeah, Big Willie.
Big fat white dude himself. Open the door. There you go. It's a good thing I wear this Hazm suit. Man, you wanna know what's funny? Like,
it'd be even funnier if there's a scene in the Wolverine game where there's like a Logan boss fight where we have to fight him with like Jean Grey, and then we hear like Logan say,
"Wait, why would he fight him? We can't fight him unless he's like hypnotized or something."
Get the chopper ready.
Yeah, but I was making a joke because like if Sweet Baby was involved, we're probably gonna get like a scene where Jean Grey has to fight him off and like talk some sense into him.
Yeah.
Your foolishness.
Wait. What if there was a scene in the game where like we're fighting Wolverine and legit like we have him down and the Jean Grey's like, man, you had a good run, Logan. Jason.
Man, Logan, you had a good run, but it's time for the bad guys to have a chance.
You had a good run, but it's time for the women to take control.
It's time for X-23 to take control.
You're having good run, scaring people, stabbing people with all your claws, making enemies with everyone you do. But you know what? It's my turn now. After everything, I bet you never thought it would be me in the end. I'll Logan.
How is this happening?
Oh, there's a scene where like he enters some like abandoned house that's like full of people, and then they're asking him like some questions, and then they're like, "Are you Logan?" And then he's like, "Yeah," and then they pin him to a wall and they blow like his kneecaps.
No, don't do that. No, that's not funny. That's not funny.
Sorry, man. We had to mention it too. And then one of the other characters grabs the golf club.
Like, dude, I don't care for like the freaking Batman, but don't be doing my you like that.
Yeah, but everyone seems to compare the Batman Death and Suicide Squad to the Joel one.
I really don't know why people are comparing like those things together. Like that doesn't even
when
make
they're
sense.
both different.
Exactly. To be honest, I feel like what fight would you want to see like Andrew do as Spider-Man, like a Venom fight or a Fisk fight?
Probably a Venom one because he never got to fight a monster.
Yeah, a lot of people want like a Venom fight. We never saw like a Fisk fight.
I was gonna say the same to you.
And I was gonna say too, now that you mentioned like Andrew, I'm glad he wasn't in that Madam Web movie.
Wait, can we not talk about that, please?
Yeah, but I just knew they mentioned like I'm glad he didn't be in show.
You wanna know what's sad? Literally a few minutes ago, I was on YouTube, right? And like there was a commercial, and it was a Madam Web commercial. She was legit saying like you guys need to go see Madam Web or whatever. And I'm like, dude, get off of my screen. No one's watching your movie.
Because they're still promoting like the crap out of it, even if we don't like it.
No, but the funny thing is, like, I don't know why they would promote it when they legit should know no one's gonna watch that.
Because it's Sony, there's still, even if no one will watch it, there's still gonna be like people that are stupid enough to go watch it.
Yeah. Like, majority of the people that's watching that is just freaking little kids.
Not just kids, there's gonna be adults like that want to go see it just because it's attached to the Spider-Man franchise.
Man, my girlfriend or wife isn't giving me much love. Let's see what this movie is capable of doing. What the frick?
Yeah, because like Sydney's screaming.
Like, oh my god, guys, I just got out of Madam Web, and all I gotta say is that movie's a 10 out of 10. What really breaks the bar out of the movie is Sydney Sweeney and that freaking what's the thing? Wait, was it leather outfit? No, not leather outfit. Spandex outfit. Yeah, spandex outfit.
Yeah, her spandex outfit.
And when I tell you that scene was amazing, I mean it was amazing. Like I was like freaking bursting in my seat. Woo! And like it was so good. I needed to watch it like twice. Like literally right after I was done, I literally went back into the theater and watched it again. And then as soon as I got home, I was like, oh my god, I could not get that image out of my head. I think I'm just gonna get another ticket just for the fun of it.
Huh? You know, I think
wrong
you've got
with
more
you?
enemies in there than I do.
If you think this will be more than a minor inconvenience,
Whoop, gotta go. Hey,
Those people are
good
just
luck,
stupid
Willie.
enough to go
I have a
watch it.
feeling you're gonna need it.
Like, dude, I swear, with like the merchandise, like the way that they were talking about the movie, I feel like the people that are promoting COG and the people that are promoting like Deadpool, they should be saying this stuff about the movie. Stop freaking Madam Web.
Kingpin is heading to
I'm
prison.
gonna watch those movies
End of an
twice.
era. I feel like I should celebrate. Maybe take a vacation.
What's funny is I already know Madam Web's bad, and I don't even have to like watch it.
Dude, that's the thing though. I already know it's bad too, and I haven't even seen the movie.
I'm almost
No,
there.
but I'm saying I don't
Blocks
even
away.
need to watch like more trailers or TV
Guess I'll just
spots
do
of
it
it either,
myself.
because I know it's
No,
bad.
don't. It's not
Man,
safe.
the funny thing is, I haven't seen trailers or anything. One of the reasons why I know it's bad is because so many
Low
like
Duck's
YouTube
enthusiasm.
videos and so
Sometimes it
many
gets him into
TikToks of
trouble.
people saying how bad
Better
it
get there
is.
before he hurts himself.
So why would I waste like money to see like a terrible movie when I can just watch terrible movies at home?
I'll probably watch it like once when it's out on streaming or something.
Man, I feel like it's gonna be so bad for you. Like the second time you watch it, you're gonna be like, dude, I'm gonna need to freaking drink beer or something just to be entertained. like after like you're done watching it the first time, you're gonna come straight to me. You're gonna be like, Gaber, oh my god, Gaber, you do not want to see this movie. I'm gonna be like, Spider-Verse, I know that. And you're gonna be like, no, I swear to God, you do not want to see this movie. It's so bad, you're gonna have to want to drink, want to bring out a drink or something.
Or you'll just fall asleep during it because of how bad it
You're just
was.
gonna fall asleep. Like I only like got through like freaking 5 minutes or something. I legit like took a quick nap. I freaking woke up.
Because I
It was
feel
the
like
end
it's
the
one of
You're
those
like-
movies. Because I feel like it's one of those movies where you'll start it in like 5 minutes and you'll just be bored with it already. Like,
Yeah, like you
sorry,
freaking
I'm
fall
late.
asleep. You wake up right when the credits are rolling. You're gonna be like, oh, wow, I really fell asleep during that whole thing. Damn, that must have been a good ass nap.
This may be like stupid to say, but for as
Started
bad
out.
like as
Grand
Morbius
Committee's
was,
director
at
will
least
be
I
here
could
soon.
stay awake during it, like throughout
Man, the
it.
funny thing is that I haven't even seen like the whole thing of Morbius, but I might as well see it like as a Battle
I
Web.
think I can handle it.
Because at least Morbius, like I'll agree, at least like Madam Web at least makes it look a little bit better.
Power dancer.
And not just that, at least with Morbius, there's like a few funny scenes. With Battle Web, no one has even said like
Man.
there's even funny scenes in the movie. So why would I spend money
maybe
on
we should
that?
abort.
Because I think it's mainly just serious most of the time, from what I know.
They just try to be serious, and then all the scenes don't even look good. Because it just keeps going from scene after scene after scene. It's just weird.
Dr. Octavius, are you okay?
Another setback.
And another thing that makes the movie like bad is, I'll say it again, like you have like one actor that's read the comics, and literally the rest haven't even read the comics. They're just going off the scripts and going.
It's
with
like
the
what
flow.
Elspace said too, even if one of them read the comics, it doesn't mean their performance is like any
No,
other.
but I'm
It could still
saying
be
like
good.
I'll
was
give
almost
credit
all
because to one of them because at least they read the
Exceeded our
comics.
expectations.
Yeah, but it
From a
won't really
certain
matter if
point,
it
it's a
doesn't
very
reflect
positive
in like their
development.
It doesn't
performance.
smell very positive.
I assure you, in the next
Because I heard
phase,
everybody's
Let's not get
performance in
ahead
that
of
movie was bad.
That's what I heard too.
Is there somewhere else we can
Like
And I haven't
literally,
even seen
the
it.
only reason Sydney Sweeney is there is to
Maybe you
make
should
people
take the rest
horny
of
to
the day
just
off,
go
Peter.
watch the damn movie.
but we'll talk later.
And I feel like that's such a low bar, and that's such a messed up thing for Sony to do. Like they know that their movies are bad, so they have to make people
the
horny
damn
just to go see it.
Well, they're just doing it with Madam Web. They didn't have
No, I know,
to,
I know,
they're
but
just
like,
choosing to
but
do
like
it
I
with
can just
that.
imagine them doing it for other like stuff, like this used to be like, oh, you want to see Green Goblin, Doc Ock, or all these other villains? Maybe we can just get you horny to go. Like, what the frick? What's wrong with you?
Let's see what's wrong with you.
And I mean, they should have known, like Sony should have known the movie won't really perform well if they attach like the same writers from Morbius to it. Of course, it's
And it
not
still
gonna do
doesn't
well.
make sense too. Like literally in this order, how do we go from Venom to freaking Venom 2 to freaking Morbius to like that doesn't even make sense. This order makes no sense to me.
Circuit burned out.
Because if, like, I'm just gonna say it right now, like what other people have been saying already, if Kraven the Hunter or Venom 3 have the same writers as, like, Morbius and Madam Web, those movies are gonna suck, too.
Oh, those movies would be so bad.
Because we already have a feeling they're gonna be bad, but if Sony does the same thing where they keep the same group of writers, you know they're gonna be bad.
It is, nice. and that doesn't even make sense to me either, because like if Morbius didn't like do good, why would you put the same writers from that into this? And then it just
because it shows
worse.
Sony doesn't really care. Like all Sony's doing at this point is like just pumping out all these random like
that's what
villain
I'm saying.
movies.
And I'm pretty sure that's what I told you. I said like at this point Sony's just like bringing out random stuff just to keep the Spider-Man property and to just make money.
That's what I was gonna say because
they're just not doing it right.
Because they don't focus on the quality, all they're focusing on is just quantity, like pumping out as many of them as they can.
And I think that's what some people said, like, even, like, the quality, quantity, like, literally everything is bad. Like, none of
what's
it
funny is, like, literally the only movie they made that had, like, quality put into it was the first Venom, but then every other movie after that, the quality went down.
It is new.
And the thing is, I don't even think Venom or Kraven is going to have those writers. Like, probably for Venom, it's just going to be the same from the second one, or they're going to go back to the basics.
That is like a what if scenario, like what if either one of those or both have the same writers, then you know that we're screwed, they won't be as good.
And I still don't believe Kraven's gonna be good even if it's R-rated. Like, but if it does turn out good, that's gonna be sad that the only Sony movie that's good is that movie.
But I have a feeling they're still gonna find a way to mess up Kraven.
Oh, I know they are. I still have like that feeling too. Just because it's R-rated doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
Better tell Doc to keep looking for.
I have a feeling even if the movie's like good from like an R rating standpoint and they follow the R rating, I have a feeling they'll still screw it up.
I should get out of here before I screw things up for Doc even more.
That's the thing about Sony, unless they're doing like Spider-Verse or the MCU movies with like Tom Holland, they're just messing up with pretty much everything else, like the spin-off movies, the video games.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
Fisk make it to Rikers
yet? And I'm so happy, like, and I'm so happy they did, well, I don't know if they did or not, but I don't think they did, like I'm happy they didn't get a contact with, like, Tom and he assigned to, like, be their Sony, like, Spider-Man, because not only would it make sense, but I don't want him to be, like, attached to any of these properties.
Well, I did hear at one point, like, from Madam Web, they're flip-flopping between, like, either Andrew or Tom, but then they asked like both of them, and both of them turned it down, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, plus I don't want like Tom in there because it wouldn't make sense. And oh, thank God for Andrew to say no, because I did not want him to mess him up.
I'm glad like Tom, like regardless of how we feel, I'm glad he like said no also.
Two-time Pulitzer Prize winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle. Hey, plug the book. And as always, if you order Mr. Jameson's book, Spider-Man, Threat or Menace, within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy at no extra charge. No personalization.
I love the sound of the webs in the first game. Like the sound is satisfying.
Alerting you to the threats you don't even know about. Let's dive right into the calls. Speak.
You're wearing the Tasm suit.
Yep, I told you it's just ripped up because I was in like a bad battle, a bad fight for my life.
Tell me, are you a police officer? Prosecutor?
Where am I going?
Maybe an award-winning reporter with decades on the job like me?
No, I'm a plumber.
Oh, good. Then fix my talk.
Man, I forgot how good Yuri looked in this. Like,
now that you quit smoking,
like the more I play this game, I really start like just missing characters that we didn't really see much in the sequel.
Fair enough. So, why'd you call? Need a date to the policeman's ball?
You got a
and
black
this has a wetsuit, like looks good in this game too.
Anyway.
Like, it
we spent too much integrating Oscorp surveillance.
It looks good in both games, I would say.
It was till an hour ago. The system went down.
Like, dude, look at the lighting and the lenses. I don't think I ever
Tell me
noticed
someone
that.
sabotaged the central server, and now all the towers are offline.
Like, that's
job?
insane. I'm gonna take a pic of this.
Maybe. We'll figure it out later. Right now, we need to get the towers
And I
back
agree with
online.
like what more and more
Fast.
people have said lately.
You called
Like
me?
somebody should just
Aw, that's sweet.
buy the rights for the
called someone I
Spider-Man
trust.
characters, like from
Plus,
Sony.
the
I don't
signals
think
are scrambled
Sony
and we
needs
have
them
no idea how to
anymore.
fix it.
People have been saying
Ooh.
someone should buy the rights to
I
Spider-Man
love a
or
challenge.
Marvel. Not
break it,
Marvel.
you
Wait,
buy
wait.
it.
No.
I
No,
thought
they
you
said or
trusted
Sony
me.
should just take Spider-Man fully, like from Marvel, or
take a
better
look
yet,
at this
Marvel
town.
can still keep
No,
it. I don't know.
Sony should. It should be the other way. It should be the other way around, where Marvel and Disney take all the rights for Spider-Man away from Sony, because Sony doesn't need them anymore.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like at one
Input
point I was
bans can
happy
shift
with Sony
subtle.
owning it, but if they're just gonna be pumping out shit like this, then they don't need it anymore.
I mean, the only reason why they're doing this is because they don't have Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know, but that's still
How the tower
not an
come back
excuse if
online?
they're
Was
not
that you?
gonna
Not
do
just a
anything
pretty
good with what
mask,
they
huh?
do have. It should
Whatever
go
you
to
did,
somebody
any
else.
chance you could do it to the
And
other
not
That'll
just
just know how
that,
to
but
do it
like,
good.
it's not
Just so
only
you know,
if you're not
I
gonna
had to
do
sync
what you
up with the
have, it's
tower
also
to
the
fix
fact
it.
like
I'm
like
seeing
if
all
you're just
crime
gonna be
data in the
if you're
area
just gonna
now.
be coming up with
Looks
random
like there's a
crap
break-in
like
happening
24/7,
near me.
yeah, I wouldn't
Right.
want you
I
to
got
have the
units
rights
nearby.
either.
Don't
If it's just
bother.
random
I'm on
crap.
it.
At least give it to people that are confident and know what to do with it. Like, give it to some people that are like Phil Lord and Chris Miller, because they at least are confident and know what they're doing.
Like just make movies that make sense and are connected. Literally every time when Sony makes a movie, you're just like coming up with stuff that's so random. Like literally the first like thing that comes out of their head or just out of their ass. Because like
yeah,
I
but
said,
it
all
also
these
comes
movies
down to
don't
like
make sense.
confidence too.
Like at least with Venom 2 and the first Venom it made sense, but then after those movies it's just random bull crap. Like why are these the next movies that comes out of your guys' head?
Pretty sure these guys didn't forget
And
their
Morbius could have even been like good at one point. Like I saw the trailers and I was like, oh yeah, this looks like a pretty good continuation, like a good step in the right direction. But then
Yeah,
when
because
they
that's how trailers
edit
always
the
look. They
hell out
look
of
good,
it,
and then literally in the final project that looks like freaking horse crap.
yeah. But I was saying like before you said that, I was saying like they had something with like Morbius after the first two Venoms, but then I feel like when they edited it or changed the crap out of it, I feel like that's where it like changed where it went.
And the funny thing is, the only reason why they kept changing Morbius was because of the freaking Tom Tom thing.
It wasn't just the Tom thing, it was also
Yeah.
because the director said he had like a good script, but then last second Sony changed it on him.
Yeah, and not just that, but literally like they had to keep like changing it because Spider-Man was in the freaking promotion art, so they had to keep taking that out of the freaking trailers and just not have it be a part of the movie at all.
Yeah, but you also got to remember too, they were clashing over what version of Spider-Man they wanted to use, because they were clashing over either Toby, Andrew, or Tom at the time.
Yeah, because no one even knew
Okay,
what
wrapped up.
Spider-Man Sony
Thanks
wanted
for
to
that.
have, because
Now
literally
I'm
in the
thinking of
trailers
something
it was
here.
freaking
You're in
like
luck, Yuri.
Toby,
Your favorite
and then
tough
there were
but
hints to
lovable grizzled seen too
freaking
much detectives
Andrew's
in town.
universe, and then with Tom, so it didn't really make sense.
Spider.
So Sony, whenever they announced this like spin-off universe, right from the get-go, like even the first Venom, they should have known what Spider-Man they wanted to use, but the problem was they didn't know.
And I
you can
don't
still
know
tell
why
that they don't know.
they're just thinking what Spider-Man they can have at like the very last minute. And like the first thing you guys should have thought of when you were making all these movies is what Spider-Man are we gonna have? And you guys should have thought about this before the first Venom movie even came out.
That's what I just said, yeah.
Yeah, like that's
They
what
should
makes
have had
sense.
it all ready to go.
Yeah.
Because whenever you announce a spin-off universe, it doesn't matter what character it's for. It could be anybody. You gotta at least
But you just always
have
gotta
a
have a
vision
Spider-Man.
in mind.
Yeah.
You gotta have a vision in mind, but I'm not just talking about for Spider-Man. I'm just talking in like general.
Because so many people keep saying we're Spider-Man or they already talk about is Spider-Man, and the only reason why they go to these movies is to see Spider-Man. And Sony should know that. They should know the only reason why people see these movies is to just see Spider-Man. And
Especially if you're making movies that are about Spider-Man characters.
And literally, the third Venom movie is gonna come out, and so many people are still wondering, like, is he gonna fight Spider-Man? Where's Spider-Man? Oh, I really want Spider-Man. Like, literally, the only thing they said is, oh, we have a Spider-Man, and we're gonna show our Spider-Man suit. Just show him
Yeah,
off.
and them saying,
That's literally the
and
only
then
reason why
not
we watch
knowing,
80s
like,
movies.
yeah, but then another sign is if they're not able to say what Spider-Man is for this long, then that should tell you they don't even know. They don't
Yeah,
even
like,
have
and they don't have one in the stock.
Because even though they're telling us if they're not showing anything or proving it, then that's our sign that they don't know.
That's why I'm saying if they were gonna have a Spider-Man, they should have Miles or Miguel, like a 2099 Spider-Man. Like, better yet, just come up with like a 2099 Spider-Man movie. Because we still don't have that yet.
But I don't know if I'd want Sony to do it if they don't have good writers. It would need good writers.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if these writers they have can't even write good villain movies, why would we want them to do a Spider-Man movie?
And I read this other thing where someone was saying like I think it was Sony or Marvel. I think they were talking about both. They were saying like Marvel or Sony, like they need to start hiring people that actually read the comics to make these movies. Don't just like keep like picking up random people to make these movies if they don't know what they're doing.
I don't want charity.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Even if Sony did do that, I feel like they would still mess that up too.
Yeah. Haven't had any.
Because Sony we're talking about, Sony used to be a good company like back in the 90s and early 2000s, but now over the years, ever since they've worked with like Avi Arad, they're still stuck in like that frame, that like time frame.
Yeah.
Because they're still struggling with that like Avi Arad effect where they want to make all these villain movies that lead to like Sinister Six, and it's not even working, it's not going anywhere.
A second surveillance tower.
And like I'll say it again, that doesn't make sense to me why they're stuck on the Sinister Six when the only one that was obsessed with it was Avi Arad, and since he's out of there, I don't know why they still want to do this. Maybe it's because they think it's a good idea, but I don't know why you would still think it's a good idea.
They're struggling under the Avi Arad effect because he's gone, but he left like such a mark on him that it's too late. That's like what
literally the only good mark that they left on them was when they came up with the freaking Toby movies and when they made the first like Tarzan movie, and then literally after that, all those movies have been crap.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because they're like, instead of focusing on what made them good, like the company good, they're focused on all this other stuff.
What is that?
Because Sony, I feel like they could be good again, but they're too focused on all this other stuff that's ruining them and not making them good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
One of my old backpacks from high school. Forgot I attached tracking dots to these.
I know what people are gonna say, but you still play on PlayStation, you buy the Sony products, that's for video games, so that's different. I'm talking about like the other parts of the company, like what else they're putting out that sucks.
And literally, I'm not gonna keep buying like Sony like stuff like after all this bullcrap anyway. Literally, the only stuff I'm like getting is Venom and Logan, but like we said, if those games turn out being bad, I'm not gonna get my money's worth. I'm not getting it.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna still be cautious, like going forward with Venom and Spider-Man 3 and even Wolverine.
Part man, part spider. Oh,
because even though they're like from Insomniac and they've made good stuff before, I'm gonna be extra cautious after Spider-Man 2.
Hey, fellas.
Spider-Man! Shoot him!
Because we're the fans, we gotta start being like extra cautious.
And not just that, like, we're the fans, so they should really start thinking and give us stuff like that we'll actually like and enjoy. But it's like they don't really think about the fans. All they think about is just the money stacks and, you know, money. Like, basically, Sony and all these people that make games and movies, they're basically becoming Mr. Krabs. All they care about is money and how much money that they're gonna make.
Yeah. But they should also, like, have quality, too, because I know they were saying they focused on quality over quantity, but I still feel like the quality for this could have been better. Or if they didn't have it at where it was at yet, they should have delayed it. Like, even if we had to wait a few more months into like March or something, or even June, at least the quality would have been there.
And they probably think like no matter like how they make the game, like no matter how like if it's good or bad, they know that we're still gonna get it anyway. Like anyone's just gonna get it.
Yeah,
like,
that's how any company thinks.
When
Spider-Man's
I really
attached to
hate
it.
how like this world and society and just how everything is, like no matter what it is or how it is, everyone's just gonna get it, and I hate how that's the world. Like they just don't care. When you should care what you're seeing or what you're getting. Like don't just get it just because like, oh, it's your favorite character or that. Like no, like just be careful. Like. But
there's all these people around. Like I'm not gonna mention like specific names, but I'm sure you've heard of it. There's all these people around that are like, oh, Spider-Man 2 is a great game because of this, or Spider-Man 2 is a great game because of it's able to do this. But then I'm thinking when I listen to those people, they're just choosing like one little thing. They're not actually going into what they think the game could improve on or what it could have done better.
Yeah, cause legit, like every time when people talk about Spider-Man 2, whether that's them making like polls on YouTube or whatever, people always like pick it, or they say like, oh, I like Marvel Spider-Man 2 way better than the first one because of like gameplay and how they did this and do that. But then when you go to
that's
other,
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but then when you go to other people that talk about the first game, they always say, "Oh, I like the first game because of the story, gameplay, and everything." And that's the one thing I hate about like both like people. They like the second one because of gameplay, but they like the story in the first game way more than the second game. And I wish both games were like good on both like territories. Like the second game was good with the story, gameplay, and everything. But you saw how that was.
Sounds like he's left the lab for the day.
But then I was gonna say like too was that when these people just mention like experiments, you like, oh, and I've said this before when they just mention like, oh, everything's perfect because of this or everything's perfect because Insomniac did this. They're not telling like enough. They're not being like upfront or honest enough about what they want fixed or improved. So then by the time we get to Marvel Spider-Man 3, Insomniac will just be like, oh, everyone's enjoying this, we don't need to fix anything, we can just do the same thing.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, when people keep saying, oh, we like Spider-Man because of the gameplay, Insomniac's gonna see all that stuff that people are saying, and they're not gonna, like, do anything with that. They're just gonna, like, make it the same, and be like, oh, we don't gotta change it, because people already liked it. When you should.
Or this is a big one, all those people saying, like, defending having to wait for the New Game Plus update. When you defend it, then that'll tell Insomniac we can do the same thing for the next game where we launch it at like a release date like October or November, and then it doesn't come with New Game Plus or anything else, and people will be fine with it.
Because I saw so many like comments of people saying like, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna like be mad, or I'm not gonna hurt Insomniac because like now we know like a release date, so why should I get mad over it? I'm like, dude, you should get mad because we waited so long for it, so why wouldn't you be mad about that?
That's what I mean when people just brush it off. It's like, it's not going to answer anything, it's not going to tell them anything, because they're just brushing it off, so Insomniac will be like, okay, these people don't mind waiting, we can make them wait again next time for it.
And legit, like when that update comes out, people are gonna play it, they're gonna be bored and move on with the other games, and then they're just gonna be like, oh, is that all you got for us, Insomniac? Because guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm bored of the game. I legit went back to the old like Spider-Man games because of how bored I was. Like, I just wish for Insomniac to drop like more things. Like, dude, weren't you the same like dude that literally like got excited and was happy like this concept finally came out, and now you're saying you're bored? Like, what?
That's why I just don't, and maybe like a weird thing to say, I just don't have big like hopes or big excitements for the update anymore. Whenever the update
and
drops,
I'm still not gonna like even bother like getting on the game to play it. Like I said, I probably will for like 5 minutes. I'm just hopping off of it.
Yeah, I'll at least do 1 or 2 like full playthroughs, but then that's probably about it.
Like, I'll probably do like 1 playthrough like off stream, and then I'll stream it again. But then after that, I'll probably just be done because I'm not wasting my time with this game.
Looks like Doc's gone for the night. Time to sneak in some spider work.
Because I'll say this, and even if it sounds like strict or harsh or whatever, Insomniac really needs to try next time. Because if they don't try, then like again, I'm not saying like everything in this game was wrong or bad, but if they don't try enough next time, then that'll tell me, oh, they're okay with just releasing stuff like this, like they're okay with being lazy and not thinking of the fans and giving us what we wanted.
One of the reasons why I still feel like the game turned out the way it was because Insomniac was under like Insomniac's under Sony now. And like, yeah, I'll blame Sweet Baby, but I'm gonna blame like freaking both Insomniac and Sony because they're under the rights of Sony now. And like when we got the first game, they were under any rights. So now since you're a part of this company, you're gonna like not do stuff that you originally could do. And like of course with Sony, they're always rushing people. So of course we got something like this. And that's why I wish that they never just had like Sony or whatever. I just wish they were by themselves again. Because now you see...
and I agree with what you said too, but I feel like too, like it was also because Insomniac's ambitions got way too high for.
But like, I just wish I just wish that this doesn't happen because I just feel like that was a bigger issue. Like, yeah, I'll agree with you. It was probably Insomniac's ambitions, but I feel like we would have gotten something way better if, like, you know, Sony didn't get in the way of that.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like everyone can think whatever they want on it. I just feel like even if they weren't under Sony, I feel like we could still run into the same issues because
but probably not bigger as it is right now, right?
You know what I'm saying is I still feel like we could still have the same problems with it because if Insomniac's ambitions got too big again, we would have still ran into that problem, like regardless.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it probably would have been like less of an issue. Like it probably wouldn't be like, you know, as big as it is.
No, because I'm not gonna say that because it could have still been, because it doesn't really matter who. I'll agree it is probably Sony, but it won't really matter if they still think everything that they're doing this time is way better than the first.
True.
Because if Insomniac already had that philosophy, like everything we're doing here is way better, then that's not a good sign. They should be able to keep their like expectations in check.
Yeah. Like where was all this worrying like you guys had for like the first game because like remember like what Brian said when he said like we didn't know if people were gonna like the first game. Where was all of this like freaking worrying and all that stuff when you were making this game?
That's why I'm hoping you can keep an eye on the location.
Or like at least I'll go back to a quote that I always say. Remember when after the first game came out? Remember when somebody asked Brian like, how come the black suit wasn't in this game? And then he said, because we feel like it deserves a story of its own.
And this is the story you guys should come up with.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to add on to it. Like, if you're already hyping everybody up back then about it, like, about your take on the black suit, at least make sure that the product that you release reflects what you said all the way back then. Like,
yeah, because this did not reflect anything what you said before.
Oh, I know.
Because before you were hyping it up like, oh, we're gonna do justice to this suit, we know how much it means to the fans.
Like this is not the right justice the fans wanted. And not just that, but like this is what you call justice. A freaking like black like goo monster literally causing havoc and wanted to make a new home for itself. It doesn't have any relationships to Spider-Man at all. Like, you can't even call this like freaking Spider-Man's villain. He doesn't hate Spider-Man. He just wants him to join him, just so he knows if he joins him, it's gonna like complete like, you know, his goal and purpose. Like what? Like that doesn't even make sense. He doesn't even have the right. He doesn't even have the right to call himself Venom. Like literally, he takes that name out of freaking nowhere. It doesn't mean anything.
But I was gonna say too, like, this doesn't just apply to Insomniac. Anytime, like, anybody works with Venom, like, they always seem to forget Venom's a Spider-Man villain. Like, he doesn't exist without Spider-Man. They always think, oh, we can call him Venom, but it don't really matter because we don't have to have a Spider-Man there. If you don't have that personal connection of Spider-Man, you can't call him Venom. That's the big part of the character.
And not just that, you can't call Venom without saying like without saying both of the people are Venom, because Venom is not Venom by himself. Venom is two people combined. They literally say that so many times. So in this game, when Harry says we are Venom, like, yeah, it's two people combined, but they're not working together. Venom literally takes control of Harry, and he makes him do his whole bidding. No, wait, what?
Sleep it off.
Because I'll add on to what we were saying, but basically they fell into the trap that, like, the newer versions of Venom have, where, like, in the newer comics, and also I'll even include the Tom Hardy movies, they forget, like, what, even though those movies are good, like the first one, they forget what makes, like, Venom a compelling character. Like, sure, they're making him, like, two people combined to create that thing, but they're forgetting everything else. Like, they're forgetting that he's supposed to have, like, a grudge against Spider-Man and go after, like, the people that he loves.
Like, I don't mind Venom fighting symbiotes, but eventually he needs to come face to face with Spider-Man. He can't just keep fighting freaking symbiotes.
Yeah, because I feel like when Insomniac, and I'm not the one who said this, I feel like when Insomniac was making this, especially Venom's portion, I feel like they just looked at the newer stuff. They didn't dig deep into, like, the backstory or roots of the character. Because it's like, you could tell they didn't really look at any of the original stuff that made him popular, because they're just basing it off of the current stuff, like the movies and then the new 2018 run of the comics.
And you don't even, like, put, like, the freaking comic book writers of the freaking, like, credits.
Into the game, yeah, you don't give credit. You're taking their, like, ideas, but you don't credit them.
And at least in the first game, like what Old Spice said, they did it in the first game, so I don't know what stopped them from doing it again.
Because Insomniac, Sony, like, Sweet Baby, they should have all known, like, when you do Venom, you gotta at least do them right, because Venom means a lot to the fans.
Exactly. Like everyone's favorite Spider-Man villain is Venom. Like, sure, it's Green Goblin and Doc Ock, but Venom, he's a popular character.
So you can't just, like, shoehorn him in and not give him a purpose.
And remember, I heard, I think it was Godzilla Mendoza or someone else, like, someone was saying, like, and the way that they did Venom in this game, he's literally just, like, Ultimate Spider-Man Venom and, like, the freaking Marvel Spider-Man Venom, and all these Venoms that we see where he's literally just a freaking blown monster. Like, it's not just two people.
And then later on in, like, some cutscenes in Act 3, they make him, like, comedic, like the Tom Hardy Venom a little bit.
But it's literally just him. It's not like both people being comedic.
Yeah, but still, they're taking the more comedic side, and that was done in, like, the movies.
Don't even think about doing that for me.
You asked for it. I should have recorded this.
I'm not saying, like, Venom can't ever be funny, but at least, like, at least make it to where, like, the jokes and stuff fit with, like, his tone, his personality.
Like, literally, I'll say it again, this Venom in this game, he was literally just acting like a jealous ex-girlfriend, and literally, he was acting like a jealous ex-girlfriend that literally just wanted his man to come back, and, like, he just kept saying, no, I'm not coming back to you. I'm like, what?
And, like, somebody pointed out, it was, I think, Old Spidey or Jace or someone else in the group, you only hear Peter, like, refer to him as Venom once in the entire game. He doesn't call him Venom except one time.
Like, and I think I told you that too, like, it's stupid how he doesn't, like, talk to Venom at all. He's just always talking to Harry. Like he's always like, Harry, I'm so sorry. Talk to me, buddy, please. Like, dude, talk with Venom. He's right here. Like, they did Tony Todd dirty. They did Fury dirty. They did Najee dirty. They, like, bruh, so many people needs to get respect. I feel like no one really, like, got justice in this game at all. Cause they really like, what's the word? They were really using Yuri, like, a lot in this game, and you could tell, like, parts of this game he was, like, tired. Like, they were really overworking him, and we thought we were gonna get the best, like, performance, like, out of any Spider-Man actor, or out of any actor in, like, a long time. And I'll agree, there are parts where he's good, but like you said, like, you just feel like he didn't get, like, you know, the attention he deserves in this.
It also came down to the writing and stuff too.
Yeah,
I feel like the writing wasn't as good. Because even when he said some of the same lines that we heard him say in the 2018 game or Miles, they just didn't come off as good as they did before.
Anyone want to surrender? No?
Because I think I told you, you always hear him saying this game like, I'm not ready for this, or I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah. Like, it's like they didn't give him like a lot of voice lines. They just had to keep using the voice lines he already said.
Or like we kept constantly saying, like he always apologizes every like 5 minutes.
But yeah, we know that Spider-Man and Peter are like nice people, but I don't think both of them always like apologize 24/7.
Yeah, you don't have to. Like, there's other ways to show he's nice. You don't have to just do it with, I'm sorry, MJ, or I'm sorry, Harry. Because I feel like Yuri, when he was recording the game and he found out he had to keep saying, like, I'm sorry, I feel like part of him was like, why are they having me say this so much? Like,
yeah, because to be honest, if I was Yuri and like in my script I had to get apologizing, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would be annoyed and like, you know, getting upset if I had to keep apologizing like so many times.
That's the point where it's like the most annoying when people have brought it up already is like the Scream boss fight. Because the whole time we just keep hearing like, MJ, I'm sorry, I promised to do better. I'm sorry.
That's just bad, bro.
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
And someone finally reported shots fired, so I've got officers inbound. Good work. Fisk has more construction sites throughout the city, betting their fronts too. Keep an eye out, and report in if you see anything suspicious.
If I'm gonna find all of Fisk's construction sites,
and
I
then
should recalibrate my mapping software.
This is also something new because, like, I know we touched on this before, but I just want to add on to it. Like, the more I think about it, like, it is kind of stupid how they made this city like much bigger, and it didn't really serve a purpose, and they didn't do a lot with it. Like if anything, I played the first game, and this just came up to me. Like, I would just take like the sequel just being like how the first game was, where it was just small. Because why would you make the map bigger? Like, I understand why they did it, just to show off like how strong like the new console is. But don't make the map bigger if it's not going to serve a purpose. You might as well just give us like the same length as the first game.
Yeah, because even though like the map was, smaller in the first game in Miles, you went to like every part of it and it always served like a story purpose.
Time to grab a snapshot.
Because if you remember, even the DLCs that they put in the first game, they had us going into other buildings that we saw during the main story, but we didn't go in yet. They had us save it for the DLC.
Because I don't mind doing that, because it's always fun swinging around the city and all that, but like, again, it's not really serving a purpose, and I really wish it did that.
Photography since quitting the Bugle. Forgot how much I enjoy it.
Or like another YouTuber that I watched, he put it on like Point, and I agreed. He said like, the first time you like, when you load up the game and you like cross one of those bridges to go to another part of the map, he's like, that's exciting the first time you do it. It's like adrenaline pumping and you feel it. But then, yeah, because he said that the first time it's enjoyable and adrenaline pumping and really cool, but then the more you do it throughout the game, you're just left with like an empty feeling. Like, yeah, that might have been cool the first time I did it, but now it's not really hitting. It's not as cool as I remember.
Okay, got some time to kill.
There's like all that spectacle of crossing one of the bridges is gone. Like, you only get that one time.
And like, again, I'll say it again, the city, I don't know what the city is just like doing, but I'll say it again, it just doesn't give me like, you know, like that like I'm alive feeling. Like it still feels empty, like there's nothing really to do. Like, it's not, you know, giving me New York vibes. Like, I'll admit, like, during the night, the city's beautiful and all that, and like, it's fun to see like the civilians always going places, but like, it's not really giving me what the first game did. Like, I just don't know what it is.
And I feel like the part of the problem with that too is the repetitiveness, because when we're only dealing with, like, for the first 2 acts of the game, when we're only dealing with hunters until Act 3, it gets kind of repetitive because there's no, like, variety in the enemies or anything. I know we get, like, regular, like, criminals and then the cultists, but besides them, we're not really running into as many people as we did in those first games.
I'll settle for not
And
starting
when we're
any
just
more
fighting
fires.
hunters a lot during the story, like people have said by now, it gets boring and repetitive because they're just hunters. They're not really offering anything new to the table. They're just like the same hunters we've already been fighting.
Yeah, we're just fighting like so many people.
And then when you get the black suit, you're just OP, like, for those missions that there definitely isn't any impact there or anything because you're just plowing through all of them.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter, we're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
And I get the black suit's supposed to make you feel OP, but how about giving me, like, some different enemies to go up against to prove that it's an OP suit and everything.
And I'll say it again, it's so stupid how you literally have to, like, play the story again just to use the black suit and his powers. Like, I shouldn't have to literally restart the story just to use, like, the symbiote powers again. I literally did that a few days ago. I literally streamed and played the game a few days ago just to do that, and, like, I don't even want to play the game. And
Yeah, because the only reason we have to do that, where we have to make a new save, is because they don't have, like, New Game Plus or anything yet.
Bro, I should have to do this bullcrap.
But if they had New Game Plus already, like, in the game, we could just play the game, like, right away with all our symbiote abilities and everything. But the fact we've had to wait 5 months for that still. Because Insomniac should have known, they should have been checking boxes. Like, Insomniac and Sony, they both should have known. People are gonna want to, after they beat this game once, they're gonna want to play it again with all their abilities and stuff.
Like, they should know at this point, considering we're in a new year, they should know, like, how fast people would be playing these games and how, like, they would just want to get on New Game Plus immediately. And I don't know why that wasn't, like, in it. Like again, it makes sense for Miles because that's a short game, so you would expect that to already be in the game. But why should Miles have to, like, have something like that and then the second game doesn't?
But it's like what I said too. If they could do it for Miles, even though it was a short game, the foundation was there for them to do it in this game in Peter's sequel.
And yeah, you literally just said what I just said, and that doesn't even make sense.
No, I added on, like, to what you said because you didn't mention that. Because all you said was it made sense for Miles' game because it was shorter, but my point is, if they were able to do it for Miles' game, even though it was shorter, all the blueprints are there for them to do it in the main sequel.
They didn't do that.
Because if you really think about it, this game, like, sure, it is longer than Miles, but it's not longer by that much. It's still, like, a short game. That's why we got through it so quickly, because there's not as much, like, content in this.
And the crazy thing is, like, people are still keeping the game alive just by, like, going into the game and taking photos, but, like, there's only so much, like, taking so much photos can take you.
Yeah, because I took photos in this game, but yeah, I was gonna say I didn't really take as many. Like, the photos just don't really feel like all that.
Well, that's because you're not really taking, like, you know, really out there, outbreaking photos like all these other people are, but I get what you mean.
You got it.
No, I still am. I just feel like since the photo mode's basically the same as, like, how it was in the other games, there just isn't really that much to it.
They, like, really outdone themselves.
There are some heavy boxes.
Not really, because if you look at it, besides, like, a few filters and backgrounds and stuff, it's basically the same photo mode we've had.
Yeah, they just changed it to where, like, we have better lighting and we could actually, like, make it into, like, comics and movie scenes and stuff like that.
But we could do that before in the other ones too, in Miles at least.
No, I mean I'm a little behind on my rant, but no, I'm fine.
Girl problems again, huh?
What? No, that's great.
I feel like if I had more reasons like New Game Plus, I'd take more photos, but since I don't get New Game Plus or Mission Replay, there's no point really taking a lot of photos, because I can't use a lot of my favorite suits and stuff.
Very true.
Come on.
And the thing is, like, and you want to know what else is stupid? Literally, every time when people be taking these photos, they always take it during like the story because that's literally the only like best time to take these photos. It wouldn't make sense to take all these photos after the story because you can't really do that. You're stuck in freaking daytime 24/7.
5 years ago, you walked in here.
And not just that, when you're done with the story, the city, even during the story, the city becomes like dull and bare because there's not like really much going on.
Yeah.
Here's for many more years of service.
Because we only get like one type of bases in the game, the hunter bases, and then when we're done with those, that's it. We don't get any other types of bases.
Thanks again.
Because I don't get how we had a lot of bases in Peter's first game and even Miles, but then when we get here, we only have one type of base. That's it.
Maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.
Oh, I gotta run. Thanks again for the party.
Yeah, the more I'm seeing it, I really feel like Peter really did have a different body structure in both of these games. Like they really changed his model up. Like look at him. Like he looks like skinny, and then when you go to that game, he looks like buff. But like his character model just looks bad different.
Well, it's probably also the jump in technology too.
Yeah. Oh that's what I was about to say. Like now that we're talking about Peter, like I will say the first one, they definitely executed Peter very good in the first one compared to the sequel, and I feel like he had more scenes in the first one than he did in the second one.
Peter, right?
Because he got a lot of scenes, but I guess people just didn't like his scenes and how they wrote him in the second one.
Spider-Man turned me on to this place.
Oh, right.
Because some people were saying they were writing him like stupid just so Miles could get the spotlight.
For a little while.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
Plus, I just love how we can be at feast and like just do stuff with Peter.
What about my dog?
Like I'm still not gonna say or agree with people when they say they nerfed him just to give Miles a spotlight or whatever, because they're both strong Spider-Man. I just wish I'm just really starting to believe that they just want Miles to be the new Spider-Man, and I wish it wasn't like that. And I know the only reason why they're probably doing this is because they know how popular Spider-Verse is. So they're like, oh, if that Miles is popular and if people like him, then we're just gonna make our Miles popular and people would like this Miles. But why are you doing it like that? It's so stupid. And I think another reason why they're doing that is because Peter has been done multiple times.
But not just that, I was gonna say, I feel like even though they want to make their version of Miles popular like the Spider-Verse one, they're forgetting that at least the Spider-Verse Miles is cool, because this Insomniac one isn't really cool.
Yeah.
He was in like his own spin-off game, but here in Spider-Man 2 he's not really cool at all.
And I really think they're just doing it because Peter has been done multiple times. But that's the thing, though. If you want to move on to Miles because Peter's basically an old book and he's been done multiple times, why even bother having the first game be about Peter? You literally could have just had all these games be about Miles and everyone would just be happy with that. Or did you think, oh, we had to make the first game about Peter because if we just move on to Miles immediately, people aren't gonna like that. So we had to make the first game.
Probably because you also got to remember too that I think it was Spade that told me that the 2018 game came out before Into the Spider-Verse, so they probably didn't know
a lot
that.
of people hooked up Miles yet. Makes sense,
Yeah, because they didn't know how popular Into the Spider-Verse was going to be for Miles.
And then now if their plan is to move on with Miles, like, I already know how people are going to act. Like, as soon as they keep making, like, stuff with Miles, like, people are going to go on to freaking Insomniac and be like, oh my god, why are you just giving Miles content? Why did you move on from Peter? I love Peter. Like, he was, like, your Spider-Man was my favorite Spider-Man. Why'd you move on? Like, bro, you should have saw what their plan was from, like, the very beginning. Like, it's not our fault that you're freaking late or you didn't get the freaking memo. Like, you should have saw it. And I feel like if their plan is to just have Miles, I feel like they're just gonna lose a lot of money.
Quietly. Better find a back way in.
But hey, what do I know? I'm not making these games.
That's what I hate. There's like a delay in the dodge and also the parrying button.
I am losing patience. Where is the file?
There's someone else here. They must have taken it.
Those masks. Who are these guys?
There's no one here but us. We will find the file.
They'll kill her if I alert them. Need to pick them off silently. Yuri, the silent alarm was legit. Masked gunmen and a single hostage. Looks
It's
like
not really because Peter's been overdone. It's because people still like Peter, but they're not happy with how like companies have done Peter lately over the years because they haven't really known how to do him properly.
Yeah, because they keep messing up. Because like we had good Spider-Man movies, but then we also had so many like shows where they've been good, but then also bad. Like Ultimate Spider-Man, there were parts where that was good, but like it turned out bad because he kept breaking up fourth wall, and there was just so much bull crap in it. And then we move on to freaking Marvel Spider-Man, where they're trying to like you know hook up to like the older audience, but then like they're just doing everything just badly. Even like the way like the show looks, like the graphics, the
Really hope
graphics
these
is
guys
and
aren't trying
like
to claim
everything
Kingpin's
was bad.
territory. I was hoping for at least a weekend of R&R.
Because there are a lot of the reasons like people said that it looked bad was because it lacked shading and everything.
Yeah, like shade everything. Like I don't know what they were trying to make the
Should
show
wear them
look
from
like,
above.
a freaking comic book or whatever, but it looked bad.
And this is another thing, like even though Spider-Man 2 does look like pretty great, like graphically, like the Spider-Man 2 game, I feel like when they were making it, they focused on making the game look great, but then the other areas, like making the city feel alive and the game feel like less repetitive, I feel like they didn't focus on that because they were just too busy trying to make it like the prettiest looking game that they could have made. Because when you look at the city, like it's pretty dull and bare, but everything else pretty much looks pretty good, like the graphics and the lighting and everything.
眼睛睁大点，有开了。
I like how we're both in like areas with enemies, because you're with the hunters, I'm with the demons.
Yeah, I'm doing the hunters right now.
That is hilarious to me.
肯定不是我的幻觉。
I feel
I
like
still
the
feel
base
like-
you're doing is better.
Like, I feel like in my opinion, the demons are like way more fun and they were way more cooler than the hunters, because at least with the demons they are repetitive, they're more fun and
Hey,
like
what is
you know
that?
I just find them way cooler. With the demons, like they are repetitive and like I just hate how annoying they can be.
Well, the hunters, but yeah.
No, I just said the hunters.
Buddy.
No, you said demons
I had a
again on
nickel.
accident.
Every don't
yeah, sorry,
move.
hunters, yeah.
And I agree, the demons were at least unique and interesting to fight, but then when you do like the hunters, they just become repetitive after a while because they don't change up their attacks.
Here?
Yeah, and they always say the same thing, and I just hate how some of the missions are literally called what the demons literally just said.
I think this is yours.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I said demons. Black. Sorry, the hunters. Why did I say demons? I got
Like I was gonna, like what I was gonna say, like I noticed that like even more like right off the bat, I noticed it before, but it was even like cornier this time, like during that mission in the game where Harry shows up at like Aunt May's house. The mission's literally called "Roll Like We Used To," and then you hear Harry say, "Oh, I just thought we could roll like we used to."
Why would you name it what they just said?
Because I know, like, I noticed it before, but this time, when I heard it again, I was like, yeah, this just isn't working. It's like corny.
Like, what the heck? Like, it's not even like, it's literally on the nose now. It's not even like hard to figure out.
And then every time I laugh now, but that mission that I get to later on, like the Tombstone one, the one that's called like Live to Hunt or whatever, I laugh every time when those two hunters are talking, and then they're like, Live to Hunt or
Yeah, they
whatever
literally
they
just
say.
said what you just went to.
Like Thrill to Live Thrill to Hunt or Live to Hunt, whatever the
Like,
quote
what the,
was.
why? Like, you couldn't make it less conspicuous. You literally, you literally could have come up with any mission name. So you literally have the name of what they say. Like, why?
Craig? Never mind.
And then there's a mission literally later on where I think it's the one they showed during the showcase, like the one where you chase the lizard and everything. I think during that mission even Miles says like the name of the mission out loud, and I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
Because I got into that part
Dude,
where you
when I
switch
get a
over
New
to
Game
Miles.
Plus and I see these mission names, I'm gonna look at all the mission names so I can just see it. Cause I just see these mission names. So stupid.
Like, it would have been funny once in a while, but when they do it all the time, it becomes like corny and on the nose.
Like, for real, just
when every
bad.
character has to say it.
Like what you're gonna tell me? Like, freaking, like the last mission is literally called like what's that? What's the thing that they say?
Sounds
They
good.
say hold on. What did they say in the last mission? I'm just gonna come up with something random. Like, literally, you're gonna tell me the last mission is gonna be like, this is where we become best friends. Now it's where we become brothers. Like, what the? Why? Who came up with these names?
Starting with the prize, a one-of-a-kind Kakemon Baku.
Oh, I remember now that you said that. I remember there is a part near the end where during like one of the final missions where Venom says the name of the mission out loud. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, and I really want to know what that mission's called.
Why? Let's move on, please.
It's like you really got to have your villains saying it now too. Like, imagine back in the 2018 game they had them doing that, like the characters said the names of the missions.
Now this
Like, wow, you know I would be bad.
Tarashikomi puddled ink effect.
The two Neo are so imposing. I can see why Fisk liked this piece.
And I agree with like what a lot of people said, even you, that they give us this like webline gadget and it's cool in the beginning, but then after we like use it in this mission, there's like no point
we never
to
use
it
it
at
again.
all.
There's no point. Yeah.
No.
Because we just use it during this one like hunter base, and then we don't really have to use it at all in the rest of the story. So it's like, why do you give us this new toy and then we don't really use it?
I'm still like the more we talk about this, I'm still like I'm going back to what we were talking about earlier when we were talking about the way that they're promoting this game. Like, I really wish that they didn't promote the heck out of Venom. Like, when they were doing the trailers and all that, I just wish they showed Kraven because he was like literally the main focus. So why wasn't everything just about Kraven?
Oh, I know. I was just wondering now.
Or they shouldn't have said that quote that they had where they were like, oh, you love like Venom, Venom's iconic, then you're gonna love our take on the character.
When I told my DA friend I was doing a piece on you,
because they were like, man, our Venom has a grudge against Spider-Man.
Stand right there.
Are you sure there's nothing you'd like to say, maybe off the record, regarding Fisk's activities?
I don't think your readers would have any
And don't think
interest
like I'll say this again, like I've said before, don't think like
Wait here,
whoever
please.
watches these streams don't think like, oh, we're just like these insomniac haters and stuff. We're not really.
Because we're not
really
one of
haters.
these
We're
haters.
just saying.
Like don't think of us as Spider-Man haters. Don't think of us as Suicide Squad haters or any of that. Like every time when we talk about stuff like this, it's just minor nitpicks, and we just wish for the game to do better. We don't wish for like these companies to do bad. We don't want them to go down to the ground, like retire, or just think of the worst of these people. We just want them to do great at what they do, and we don't want
And they give us like the quality that we deserve.
Exactly. Like we don't want people to like target them, go at their throats, like freaking threaten them, like do any of that.
Fine. Follow me.
We're just saying like little minor nitpicks like that of what we liked, and then we also could have been done better.
The ladies is around the corner.
And that's different than spreading like a lot of hate.
Cause hey, like you could have liked the game could have been fun with you, like the game could be a 10 out of 10, like whatever to you. But with us, like it was great for when we first started playing, but after like our second playthrough
Hello,
or
Craig.
third or
Funny you
whatever,
should
how many
call.
times we played it, we really
Because the
started to see
reporter you
the
sent
minor
is clearly
nitpicks,
not
and
working the puzzle
literally
piece
every
we
time when
agreed
we
upon.
play it now, we just can't see
No,
ourselves
she's
as
here now.
like fun with the game as we did before. Like every time when we play the game, like we just be having like a freaking we having like the biggest ugh come out of our mouths, and like
Or like
it's
I'll pretty much
just
sum it up like this, like where even though like we're having like notes and stuff in the game, like on different playthroughs, the game just after a while starts to feel boring and like bare.
exactly.
Because why should I play this game a lot when it's like all of a sudden it's just becoming boring to me? There's not really much to offer with
And
it.
not just that, like even though this is the type of game where like we played it multiple times and we already know what's gonna happen, like this game is the type of game to like even though you know what's gonna happen, it's not a game that you would want to just keep playing. Like it just gets boring. Like I don't know what it's about.
Like
it
I
just
said,
gets
it just
boring.
there isn't much. I know what it's about, but it's like just the execution and stuff. Once you see it once, it's like, and I know what all these people are gonna say. You could say the same about Suicide Squad, like execution and everything. But at least with Suicide Squad, we get exactly what we were
Yeah,
promised.
and I'll say at
what
least
we
with that,
paid
it's
for.
executed perfectly. I don't give a damn, and I'm sorry for my language, but I don't give a damn if like literally you don't like the way Batman was executed, and oh, you know this game's gonna go out poorly, and we're not gonna get more content. I don't care. That's your opinion. But with me, I like how the game was. I like the story. The characters are funny, at least to me. I like the gameplay, swinging around as Harley, shooting enemies, and doing all that other crap. But when you go, oh yeah, and another thing about Suicide Squad, it has better graphics. I like the facial structures and everything. When you go to freaking Spider-Man, sure, like the city's good and everything, but the gameplay, it gets stale. There's only a little bit of parts of gameplay I like, and literally it's just like not as good as I thought it was gonna be. But literally every time when I get on Suicide Squad, I'm always having a blast. Like Spider-Verse can tell you, literally every time when I hop on that game, I'm having a blast. I'm always having a good time by my voice and laughing with the characters and all that. But when I get on Spider-Man, I'm just literally quiet, swinging through the city, doing the same old stuff I did when I first played the game. But it's just not exciting. Like I don't know.
You guys may enjoy the gameplay loop of it, but after we've played like the other two Spider-Man games from Insomniac, I'm gonna say it, the gameplay loop of those is way better than here. Like there just isn't much to offer here.
Closed, left arm down.
Like even though it's flashier and you swing faster and everything, there's not much like keeping me going back to it, to the gameplay loop.
Yeah.
Because after a while it just starts to become repetitive to me.
It doesn't.
And
It
I
doesn't
never
even
thought
feel
I'd say that about a Spider-Man game,
Exactly.
like that it's repetitive, but the fact I'm saying that, if that doesn't tell you anything.
Say that about a Spider-Man game at all. Like, especially if it's like a character you like, you would never thought that we would say anything like that. And if we say something like that, then you know that there's a problem. There's like a big issue here that they just need to fix. Like, why do I have to go to another game like a freaking DC game, and like a newer DC game, may I say, that where you play as a freaking villain and get more fun out of that than like playing like a freaking Spider-Man game, a freaking dude that shoots webs out of his hands. Why would I say that? Like, that doesn't even make sense to come out of my mouth.
Well, I'll even add on to that and make it sound even better. Like, why would I want to play Spider-Man 2 when I'll use this as an example, like when you're done with a mission or done with something in the city, you're just left with this where it's blank, like bare, there's not much going on, and then I could go over to like Suicide Squad, and in that game it's fast paced, there's always something going on. Like you're always being shot at by a helicopter, being attacked by Brainiac goons, and you always hear people on like the intercoms.
Yeah.
But then here, when you're in like Spider-Man 2, the city after a while it just starts to feel bare, like there's not much going on.
Like at least with Suicide Squad, it's more alive because there's helicopters, people on the intercoms, and there's so much crap going on. But when you get on Spider-Man, but when you get on Spider-Man, the city's quiet.
Sir,
but then it starts getting like like loud and stuff. When like there's when the freaking enemy icon pops up. But that's literally the only time when it's like crazy, when the enemy icon pops up. When there's no enemy icon, it's just quiet and bare, and you're just looking around doing nothing.
And that's what I was gonna say too, like, at least in Suicide Squad, we don't really have to wait for an enemy icon to do stuff. We could just be moving through the city and then we're already getting attacked by people. We don't have to wait for an icon. We literally get attacked, like, out of nowhere, like, just randomly. Like, we're just chilling, next thing you know, someone's just shooting at us.
Whoever these masked guys are, they're after this file. But I'll never get it out of here while the place is swarming with them.
And I'll probably still get, like, Insomniac's next games they make, just, I'm at the point where, like, I might not get them immediately, like, right away.
I can't beat either, like, I might not do that, and I might, like, not even, like, play them immediately, too.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like, get them or play them immediately, because after, like, how I felt about Spider-Man 2 after a while, it has me thinking, why should I do this with the next games?
Did she change her perfume?
Like, I really need to see gameplay of more stuff before I do that, and eventually, if I do get their games, I don't think I'm just gonna play them immediately. Like, I will download them, but I probably won't play them immediately. Like, I'll probably just wait it out.
Okay, Pete, I'm hidden near the front. Give the word and I'll
Because even like the trailers and everything is not gonna get me hooked. I need gameplay. I need to know who the main villain is actually gonna be. I need to know what purpose they're serving. I just need to know more stuff. Because I don't want to like get into Wolverine or freaking Marvel Spider-Man 3 or freaking Venom, and then like they show off a freaking villain or whatever, and then as soon as I get the game, like the main villain is not even the villain that I expect. It's just gonna be someone like it's stupid.
Or if it is a surprise villain, you gotta execute it the right way.
You execute the right way. Like make him into an actual character. Don't just make him like a freaking big monster like you did with Venom.
Because they got the monster part right about Venom, but then they messed up on everything else.
Yeah, but that's not everything that Venom is.
Near the front. Give the word and I'll make a break for it.
Will do. How about that file?
Oh, I forgot.
These guys
I forgot. I'm over here like freaking taking these dudes out from the front door. I forgot there were enemies over here. I gotta start our conversation.
Yep. Now you gotta just take them out.
See, where were parts like this in the freaking second game? Where they just freaking shoot a random chick? Man, we don't even get stuff like that. Yeah, put an F in the chat for Insomniac.
Okay, Pete, I'm hidden near the front. Give the word and I'll make a break for it.
Will do. How about that file? What's in it that these guys want so bad?
Notes on something called Devil's Breath. Fisk was hired to build a secret research lab for it. Not clear what Devil's Breath is,
and then this is like one of the good cutscenes in the game, but then we only get it like once.
Not much shook Fisk. Yeah. We need to get you and that file out of here.
Because at least in this cutscene it was intense and pretty good.
Please, don't hurt me.
There we go.
Man, I love how this has one web shooters look. Like, I just love like how they glow and stuff.
Gotta stay silent.
Dude, right there.
That's all of them.
No! Let me go!
MJ.
I probably I like how they show right when it switches to Miles, they have to show Cap right away for like Black Cap.
Hide!
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like people saying like the only reason why MJ's face model got changed in the sequel was because of the broken jaw. That doesn't even add up to like this whole thing anymore, because her jaw was broken in the freaking first game, and then she looks like this. So why did a song that make her look like that in the sequel? I will never have an answer for that.
I think it was because they changed the mocap face like that they were using, so because they kept the voice the same, but they changed the mocap.
What was the point of like changing the mocap? I don't even understand that. Like they could have like literally had the same face for her. Like Miles never got his face changed, so why do it for MJ? I would never understand.
Fight a ghost stays on the old bucket list.
Because I guess since they did it for Peter and like Miles game in the remaster, they're going by that logic, like, oh, it worked for Peter, so now we can start doing it for the other characters too.
Yeah, but I'll stop you right there. Why do it for MJ when you're not gonna do it with Miles? Change up both faces. See, this is what I'm talking about. They really want Miles to be the new Spider-Man. They don't care about freaking changing him up.
They just give him a new haircut, that's about it.
Like how are we gonna change Miles? Man, we don't gotta worry about all of Miles and stuff. Just give him a new haircut, he'll be fine. Dude, change his face!
Yes, haircut.
Like, make him look like freaking Michael Jackson or something, freaking The Weeknd or something. Like, change him up.
We gotta give him that yes haircut.
Like he's gonna look like The Weeknd, and like next thing you know, like next time we see Miles, he's gonna be like, can we wait, what's the song? What's the song called? Save your tears for another day.
No, he's gonna be like when he sees.
When he sees Haley, save.
No, he's gonna make a joke and say when he sees that they change MJ's face again in the third installment, you will hear Miles say, "She'll do anything to be popular. Take anything to be popular." Sell her soul to be popular.
Then he's just gonna be freaking dancing doing that freaking dick. Tell me so I'm popular. I can't.
Because it makes sense, because they changed her face again.
And then I think did they change Felicia's face? I can't. No, I don't. Did they? I can't
No,
remember.
her face was the same.
So why don't they just change Felicia and they could have just changed so many faces?
Because the only thing they changed with Felicia was just the costume. They updated her
changed
like,
so many
suit.
faces, but they're over here changing Peter and MJ for like no point at all.
See, and
Like,
that's the thing you guys might not notice, like, this is stupid, and I think we've definitely noticed it when you want to parry, like, when you want to parry in this game, unless you tap it a couple times ahead of time, there's always like a 3-second delay, when I should have to, like, double tap it.
Because I literally saw that in my streams multiple times, like, I keep dodging so many times and it never really works.
But I'm not talking about just the dodging, I'm talking about, like, when you hit the parrying button.
No, that's what I meant.
for
Sorry, I
some
meant to
reason
say
if you-
parry. Yeah, every time when I parry, it never works.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's stupid how the only way we can get it to work is by double tapping it like a couple times. I shouldn't have to double tap it, I should just be able to hit it
Yeah, like
once
press it
and
once,
it'll
like
register.
literally every time when I press it, he always does it like the bad way, and then it always like causes me to get hurt.
That's why, like, we shouldn't have to put a lot of effort into it, but since we got to, that means the parrying isn't the best.
become Italian?
I have no idea, but I'm still glad.
Because
it
if the
makes sense
parrying
for
was
us.
good, we wouldn't have to put a lot into it.
So, how's the grind at the Bugle?
Well, I just got an all-caps text from Robbie about my so-called antics tonight. So it looks like I'll be meeting with a legal team. Again.
Maybe I
he
should
reads the
try to
article you're
find
gonna
some
write,
hunter
guaranteed
hideouts.
promotion.
So, creepy mask guys.
Like if they didn't change MJ's new face, we wouldn't have
right
to
in the
see
city.
those complaints of, oh, why is Peter dating an old woman? Why is Peter dating his mom? Why is Peter da da da? Like
Let's not make this all about
Like, there was
business.
really no point. Like, their
it going with you?
their
Did
answer
you get
for
that
all of
promotion?
this saying, like, it's the
No,
same
but
face
we're on
model,
the cusp
they
of
didn't
something
change
really
it, that
big.
doesn't even add up
You
anymore.
ask
You
her, but
did
you
change
know
it.
I'd be
It's not the same face
One phone
model.
call to hair.
Sure, but
Like, the old face
Dr.
model
Arcadius
didn't
has
have
worked
big
with
eyes and all
millions.
that.
I'm right where I want to be, right where I should be.
And
Almost
the
sounds
old
like
face
it's
model,
more
she didn't
important
look
than your other
tired.
job. I've never heard you talk like that before.
A lot can change in 6 months.
And they'll probably say something
Why
like,
did you
"Oh, the
ask me,
reason
Yuki?
the face for MJ is tired is
No,
because
just,
she's
just
stressed
trying to
out
be
during the
friends.
story or
Friends.
something." I could see them saying that.
Yeah,
that
come up
what
with
we
some freaking lame
And you
excuse
could be,
like that.
if that's what you wanted.
There's a lot of baggage here.
And
Yeah,
and why
sure,
does she
but
have like a manly
is that
chin
so
or
bad? I
a
mean,
double chin?
baggage can
Just a
carry good
match with
things
the
too,
freaking
like,
real
money
life
and,
actress. Like,
keys,
what?
raspberry lip balm.
First of all, I've seen the real life actress. She does not look anything like her real life counterpart.
This is a trick question, isn't it?
Because if she looked like Laura
Saved by
Bailey,
the
she would
siren.
look like Laura Bailey.
Talk to you later.
And she look. Well, I'm not gonna say she looks more attractive because I like both MJs. I'm not gonna say anything like that. But yeah, she would look like
Yeah,
more
I just
spot
think
on.
it comes down to.
Yeah.
I just think it comes down to like their mocap technology. That's what I'll use for it. Like
Yeah, they
maybe their
upgrade-
mocap
they need to
technology
upgrade
wasn't
the
really
mocap.
that
I
good.
think that's what they need to do.
my favorites.
Because I don't want to come down to like sounding like, oh, one actress is prettier than the other. I don't want to be thought of like that.
I'm not gonna say that because that's just too far. I don't know how people can say that, but I'm not gonna say that.